Hi, my name is Javier Ramírez. I work as a developer advocate at Amazon Web Services, and I specialize in everything data, databases, big data, analytics, and of course, data science and machine learning. Today, I'm going to be telling you how you can accelerate your machine learning journey by using cloud services. If you have any question or any feedback, or if you just want to get in touch to tell me how you are using our services, you have there on screen my Twitter and LinkedIn, and your messages are always welcome. So what do I mean by accelerating your machine learning journey? Well, no matter if you are a beginner or experienced data scientist or machine learning engineer, very likely you are doing many things that can be either automated or optimized by using cloud services. So let me start with something very basic. Let's go back to when you did your first machine learning tutorial. Very likely this was a Jupyter notebook because it's the easiest way to try some machine learning. Very likely one of the first things the notebook was doing after importing a lot of libraries would be downloading some data from the internet, and the data was probably some boring CSV with just a few hundreds or maybe 2,000-3,000 lines in that. And one of the first things you will do will be just showing a few of the lines on the browser and maybe applying some simple filter or just dropping a few columns. After that, you will go and train the model, and that will take usually about 2 or 3 minutes because it's a tutorial. We don't want to keep this running for much longer, and you will get results. And at that point you are like, wow, I'm doing data science. Wow, I'm doing machine learning. In your head, you already feel that you are going to have a salary raise soon, and you are going to get all the glory of a machine learning engineer, a data scientist. And of course, you decide that now you want to impress your manager, you want to impress your boss, and you want to run the same tutorial with your own business data so you can solve a real business problem. And that's when you realize it's all a lie. It was a trap. All the tutorials are lies because basically a tutorial is designed so someone can start from something very easily and can get results and can get a feeling of the process. But basically a tutorial, it's engineered to be fairly simple, and the data you were using is not just random data. Someone spent hours, if not days or weeks, curating the dataset, the CSV data that you were feeding the model. And that's why everything was so easy, and that's why you were getting excellent results like 95, 96, 98% accuracy, which is super good. It was not random. Someone spent a lot of time preparing that tutorial. I should know because part of my job is just preparing tutorials. So basically, when you want to work with your real data, with the raw data, before you can feed it for machine learning, you need to do a lot of transforms. Of course, since we are talking about mathematical statistical models, the first thing is that everything needs to be a number. So you have any strings or anything like that, you need to convert into a number. Even if things are numbers, it might be the case you need to do additional transforms because some numbers imply ordinality, but some numbers are just categories or something like that. So, also when you are working with machine learning, the data quality is super important. So if you have empty or null values, or if you have invalid values on your data set because validation was not good when you were ingesting, or you have outliers, your model is going to learn bad patterns, is going to do bad predictions. So you want to make sure your data is validated and is cleansed. And it might be the case you want to do some feature engineering to refine some of the data you have to convert to a slightly different shape. Maybe you want to combine some colors. Maybe you want to do some fancy things. So after you do all those things, your raw data is technically prepared for training the model. And chances are today you are already doing this. And you are doing this using something like, Python pandas or maybe some Spark libraries. You might be also using R or Java, but very likely you are using for machine learning Python, and you are doing that with just, on your Jupyter notebook, writing code and getting results. And that's cool. But there is a better way. Just 2 weeks ago, Amazon announced the Amazon SageMaker Data Wrangler, which is a graphical tool which runs on the browser and allows you to do all that exploration, all that transform in a graphical way with a few interesting things. The first thing, of course, is ingesting the data. And your data, your company data, is not going to be on a zip file on the internet. It's going to be either on a relational database, on your data warehouse, on your data lake, or maybe just on a file system inside your company. It might be it's already on a file system in cloud like Amazon S3, or it might be in some other common storage like Snowflake or MongoDB Atlas or the Databricks Delta House. So the cool thing about Data Wrangler is that you only have to point Data Wrangler to the location of your data. It's going to automatically connect. It's going to extract the data and start allowing you to explore interactively. First thing you want to do once you have access to the data is explore visually. You want to get a feeling of the data. You want to get the stats about the values, how many unique values, which is the distribution, if you have any invalid values to